Hey guys, welcome back to Life with Roger. I'm Roger, and today I have a special guest. Her name is Caitlin. Please say hello.
Hello.
We're here today to talk about resin. Now, specifically, the three types of ways to pour resin and work it out to get rid of those bubbles that are always in our resin, and we hate it with a passion and fire of 1,000 suns. So, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at our actual epoxy resin. Now, I've got some old resin here. You can see they're really dirty because I haven't used it in a minute. And we're going to use it for today's little experiment. Now, this is 2-part epoxy. What that means is that for each part of the actual resin, you will use equal parts of the hardener. Now, depending on what you're using, if you're using some deep pour or something like that, it could be 3-to-1 or it could even be 5-to-1, where you would use 5 parts of resin to 1 part hardener. Just make sure that you check your resin. I'll link in the description below to a few different types of resin, some for deep pour, some for thin, some crystal clear stuff, as well as some cool shit to throw in there and mix in to make it glittery or glow in the dark or fun stuff like that. But today, we are working with 2-part resin. Now, when you look at resin, one of your bottles is going to be very liquidy. You can see how it's very, very liquidy. And the other, your actual resin, is going to be nice and thick. It's a lot slower. A lot slower. It's very thick and sticky. So, we're going to use the thick and sticky first so that we can match it with the actual hardener, the thin stuff. So, I've got a nice scale here that makes it really easy for me to just pour in. We've got some stuff to mix here. We've got 2 little pumpkins as well as a cool little skull that we're going to fill today. So I'm going to start with 6.3 ounces because why not? That's what poured in here. Now normally I would fill these up with water so that I know exactly how much volume I need, and then I would only mix up what I need. Since we're doing multiple things today, and I just want to use this resin up, that's why I'm going with kind of maximum capacity here. Now 6.3, which means we're going to fill it up with the hardener until I'm at 12.6. 12.6. Stop right there, Roger, don't go any further.
You're going to make a mess when you mix that.
I will make a mess when I mix this. So, what do we do to not make a mess when we mix this? Anybody? Anybody at all? Caitlin, maybe we'll put something under it. Great idea. Hells yes. And wouldn't you know it, I have a board right here. We're going to slide right under there and bam. Now, for you guys at home, what do we do when we spill epoxy resin on something we don't want resin on? And it's already mixed. If it's not mixed, it's not that hard to clean up. I'll tell you what we do. We use alcohol and we scrub it up before it has time to harden. That's the best thing that you can do. And denatured alcohol, which I'll definitely link below because you will definitely make a mess. Normally, you would wear gloves and protective stuff. Now, let's get to mixing. Look at that. It's beautiful. It's already filling up with bubbles. It's terrible. Now you can see really close that there are bubbles all up in that bad boy. Look at that. So the first kind of pouring we're going to do is a straight pour. Just straight out of the bubbles. We're going to pour it in that pumpkin right there. We're going to do this pumpkin with the next way we're going to pour, which is using the vacuum chamber. Now the vacuum chamber is cool because what it does is it degasses the bubbles inside of the resin. We put our little top on it, we hit our little button, and we pump this bad boy all the way up to around 30. 29 is where you want to be, somewhere around there. And then we lock it up and we leave it set for right about 5 minutes. We'll keep our eyes on it as we watch the bubbles pop. Now I'm going to let you watch the bubbles pop. Look at the bubbles already coming out and popping at the top. You see how bubbly that is? That's good stuff. We're currently at 23. Okay guys, after it's had time to sit, we will let the air flow back in. Just like so. And once the vacuum is gone, I can take the top off. And we're going to put it right there. And then we're going to look at the Degassed. Now you can obviously see there are a lot less bubbles in this guy. So pouring it is still going to create some bubbles, but we're going to pour it nice and slow in anticipation of making the bubbles as few as possible. While this is still nice and wet and sticky, it's the best time to go ahead and wipe off the majority of it. Anything that's left that gets in your way, you can always come back with the denatured alcohol, as I said. Now, we're going to finish filling up this upside down skull. I don't care that there's bubbles. Why do I not care? Because the third is also the best way for elimination of the bubbles. We're going to take this and we're going to put it in the pressure pot. Now I just got this pressure pot and I want to use it. Now what you want to do is you want to get as close to 60 PSI as you can. Just like that. It's at 50. We're going to leave all of this here overnight to cure. We will check back in 24 hours and show you the difference when we go ahead and demold all these guys. Okay guys, it's been 24 hours. All the stuff has been completely solidified and the epoxy resin inside has cured. We're going to go ahead and demold this resin. And what that basically means is we're going to go ahead and we're going to peel the silicone back and just pull it right off of there. Just like that. Of course now it's inside out and it looks really creepy. Roar! Actually that looks kind of cool, but it wouldn't look that way from the other side. So now this is the straight up just, oh look at those bubbles. This is just a straight pour. Now even though it's still cool and it's all smooth on the outside and pretty, the bubbles inside are just nightmarish. This is from the pressure pot, or the vacuum pot, sorry. And it has bubbles too, just not quite as many. But there are still too many for my personal likes. Now, we're going to go and look at the pressure pot, the champion. And now, the
Isn't
silly
my
time.
baby? We should have put glow in the dark in that one.
Now we're going to demold the skull. Let's get it a little loose and pull it.
That one's really hard to do.
And then, gotta love these silicone, man. The way they snap back into shape. Like this. Ta-da! Now, the pressure pot. Look at that. Beautiful, bubble-free, clear, and amazing.
Amber resin, it's so pretty.
Bad beer resin. Now you know, guys, that a pressure pot is by far the best way to go for your deep molds. And this wasn't even using deep pour resin, which that's one of the reasons I wanted to show it off. Because this dude's awesome now. We're going to do a few of these in some glow in the dark. And then we're going to
make it spoopy.
We're going to get spoopy with it. Till next time, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the channel.